Is drug dependence genetic? I would say 80% of the time, yes it is. There is a hereditary component. So this means that if it runs in the family, that is likely that the person involved will have a higher risk of developing dependency. This doesn't mean everybody who has a family member who has had a history of substance abuse will become addicted themselves, but they should know that there's a higher risk, higher likelihood that they could. The reason why is beyond the scope of this discussion, but there is a genetic component. It does affect the neurotransmission in the brain, and there's also a learned component too. So this is not genetics, but sometimes we learn behaviors from what we see in others close to us, and we tend to model our behavior after them. So that's not a genetic thing, but that's more of a nurture thing. Still, it's something that's learned from a young age. So dealing with pain, having poor tolerance to pain, for example, are examples of behaviors that are learned in families. It's not necessarily genetic, it could be, but it can be a learned behavior from other family members. So to summarize this one, drug dependency, for the most part, in 80% of cases, people do have a family member that also exhibited substance misuse, and this happens about 80% of the time. And even if there's no genetic component, there's still learned behaviors that people develop by learning around them and seeing how, at a young age, how other people deal with pain and with stresses in their life.